Have you ever looked in the mirror and said, oh, Jesus, there's a new wrinkle? Or been a man and looked at a photo of you and your friends and went, what's happened to my hairline and my chin line? They're both receding. Well, recently, I had a hair on my face, or what I thought was a hair on my face, and I kept trying to grab it, and I couldn't get it. You know how that happens. And so I looked in my magnifying mirror, and it wasn't a hair. It was a line coming, a new wrinkle coming down from my eye, down my cheek, down. And 8 years ago or so, I would have freaked out because it would have meant something to me about being a woman in my prime and my time being over. But what's actually true was in the mirror was also a big smile that I had on my face. I actually felt really centered and happy to be in my aging body. It was a unique moment of being free and loving the changes. So we've been told that aging sucks, but does it, or have we just been given the wrong lens to look at it through? The lens of ageism. Ageism, what is it? For our purposes, it is the fear and prejudice against aging and older people that blocks us from the inner freedom that aging can bring. Cruel and insidious, ageism has us feel shame for just getting older. It shapes beliefs so that we are mean to ourselves and to others. It co-creates, we create with it, a culture that sidelines us just as we are on the threshold of wisdom and great joy. And for us women, it keeps us crazily obsessed with wrinkles, as if no lines on our face could actually convey the beauty of a life lived with both joy and sorrow. The truth is, we're all swimming in ageism, even if you don't realize it. It's just such a part of the culture. So when somebody over 50 says, aging beats the alternative, or I feel 35, not 75, I feel vital, my friends will whip their heads towards me to see if I'm going to say something. Which could be something like, if aging just beats the alternative, you might want to see a therapist. Or feeling vital is not exclusive to youth. Or feeling 35 when you're 75 is actually ageism. For you, feeling 35 is what 75 is for you. This is an important one. Or if I'll just let it go. Really, I want to shout. Vitality, enthusiasm, innocence, playfulness, creativity, curiosity, and dreams are not the province of youth. They're available to us for our whole life. They evolve with us. A wise curiosity, a wise vitality. So the group most afraid of aging, this is really interesting, is women 20 to 29. So for you, any of you that are around my age or around my age, were you afraid of aging when you were in your 20s? No. Oh, some of you said yeah. No. So it's getting worse. It's getting worse. So what if, I'd like you to think about this for a second. I'm going to go kind of quickly, so you only have a moment to think about it, but I'd like you to think about, what if you'd never heard anything negative about aging or weren't afraid to die? How might you treat yourself differently? How might you live differently? Most likely, your answers reveal some ageism. But they also can point to liberation, like they have for me. So how might I treat myself differently if I'd never heard anything negative about aging or weren't afraid to die? Well, first off, I wouldn't be afraid of aging. I would make peace with death, hoping that that will help me have a good death. I wouldn't feel like my physical changes was my body betraying me. I wouldn't think about myself as having no more relevance, as nothing else to offer, as my time of curiosity was over. How might I live differently? Well, for one, is I'd be an explorer of my own life. I would enjoy myself immensely. I would enjoy the people in my life. And I would do exactly what I'm doing here. I would bring my passion for aging freely to you, hoping that my ideas can inspire you. That's what I would do. We start off believing in things like Santa Claus, which I love believing in, by the way. And as we go through life, we keep shedding beliefs. Beliefs handed to us by culture, family, religion, about what to believe, what we're supposed to do, who we're supposed to be. Like, get the degree, the job, the house, then you'll be happy. Be a man, don't show vulnerability. Or my personal favorite, make sure everybody else is okay first, and if there's anything left over, I too can join in. I see here's some murmurs. These beliefs shape us until at some point we go, wait. Whose life am I living anyway? Every time I've let go of a false belief, I have felt freer, more myself. Have you felt that way too? Can I see a show of hands? Cool. The same opportunity exists with ageist beliefs. To age freely means to break free from ageist beliefs so we can finally have the relationship with ourselves that aging wants to bring. The one we've longed for, the tender self-love and acceptance that in Viola Davis's words is, I am the love of my life. To age freely is to belong to life, to trust it, to be ourselves, to reflect deeply on our life from compassionate eyes, to see that everything we've experienced in our lives weaves together, all the joys and the sorrows, and at the center of that tapestry is love waiting for us all along. It's been there waiting for us. Aging freely brings deep contentment. It allows us to be more connected to life. Sounding good? So I'm really happy about the famous women like Jane Fonda who are speaking about their experience of aging. They're sharing their newfound freedom, their emotional excitement, their future. And I'm really, really grateful to them. Here's where it gets juicy. I think it gets mind-blowing. Why do these women and so many others feel freer, more at peace, even happier? Studies show that the older we are, generally the happier we are. So we know a bit about that, but why? Why is this true? And of course, there's less stress, fewer responsibilities, fewer identities to uphold. But beyond that, what's the magic ingredient that transforms the story of aging from one of only loss to one of freedom? I have a paradigm-shifting answer. The answer lies in the very forces we've been taught to resist: impermanence and decline. Yep, you heard that right. Impermanence and decline. Just hearing the word decline can feel like a gut punch. It's heavy and final and dripping with loss. And there are real losses with aging. Loved ones die, our health changes, our roles changes, the independence we've counted on changes. In my case, Alzheimer's wiped out most of my family. I'm the youngest, so you can imagine the grief of losing my two sisters, my mother, her sister, and now my brother, closest in age to me, is suffering from it. I hope he is watching. I know he's happy for me in the work that I'm doing. Losses are excruciating. Let's take a breath. What if decline isn't just loss? What if it's an opening, an invitation to something bigger? What if it could be our biggest ally now? Crazy? Stay with me. Think about when you were a child. Were you told that becoming an adult was going to be a tragedy? No. We shed what no longer served us in order to become something new. It was a transformation. But what if we were told that becoming an adult was a tragedy? We'd have feared it the same way we're conditioned to fear aging. But it wasn't. It was transformation. It was doing what life does best, evolving. Impermanence is not the enemy. It's the heartbeat of life, the key to aging freely. Impermanence means that nothing stays the same. Everything changes, is coming and going. It's always different. That's not a flaw of life's design. That is life's design. Aging asks us to let go of what no longer serves us, including the things we don't think we can let go of, so that we can evolve into something even more real. We've been sold the wrong story. Decline isn't just loss. It brings expansion. It's a sacred transition, opening us up to deeper love and this connection with life. Decline and expansion aren't opposites. They're dance partners in this rhythm of life. The impermanence we fear actually makes expansion possible. When we stop resisting, we see it for what it is: elegant, inevitable, astonishingly beautiful. For instance, as we age, most of us experience a decline in physical energy and abilities. This decline asks us to slow down. It compels us to slow down. This can feel like a loss. But what if slowing down is inviting us into presence? What if it's an expansion in disguise? This doorway to presence. It helps us to relish life's moments, like the feel of sunlight on our skin, the sound of a friend's voice, the taste of a perfectly ripe peach, or in our case, mango. Slowing down, even receiving help, when we're conditioned against it, leads us to more meaning. Strangely, counterintuitively, it actually can be energizing, like life decluttering itself to make space for more freedom and joy, the inner freedom. Slower cognitive speed, it's really frustrating. We're not as quick on our mental feet. But this slowing down unlocks a new brilliance. It grants us the gift of depth. We become more attuned to patterns, see connections easier, and more open to fresh perspectives. Our emotional landscape studies, which wasn't available to us in our youth. It's an expansion of the inner life, trading speed for clarity, reaction for reflection, and quickness for profound understanding. Then there's the decline of youthful beauty. If that was your currency, aging can be a bitch. But here's the flip side. It's also a chance to see ourselves with new eyes. Eyes free from ageist conditioning, eyes ready to appreciate. A different beauty emerges, not the fleeting kind of youth, but one of character, depth, and resilience. The softness around our eyes, the sensuous way we're moving through life. Our arm wings, I mean, come on, they're gorgeous. And you can't have them as likely when you're young. Come on, look at that. Really, let's get on the program. Our lines tell stories, a beauty that youth can't hold. And younger generations, they're watching us. They're seeing how we embody this transformation. So how did I go from seeing a new wrinkle and thinking, oh no, to, oh cool, my aging body? What changed? I want to bring you closer to impermanence, not just as an idea, but some way that you can feel it. Because once I realized that impermanence was the key to aging freely, everything shifted for me. So here's what led me there. And I'm going to give you also a simple way so you can experience it for yourself. Photographing hibiscus flowers from birth to death. I saw something astonishing. Each stage, every stage had its own beauty, its own perfection, its own value. Not just the bloom, the withering, the dissolving, the dust of death, all magnificent. That's when I fell in love with impermanence. Not just accepted it, but actually fell in love with it. I felt my heart beating, butterflies in my stomach, and this deep pull towards it, because I realized that impermanence gives aging its depth, its breathtaking beauty. What if you could see your own aging the way I see the hibiscus? Here is something to try. Next time you have a vase of flowers, don't throw them out when they fade. Keep them. Watch with wonder. Key is wonder. Watch with wonder as they bloom, wither, and die. See if you can find the beauty in every stage. Does aging suck? Only if we let ageism define it. So when you see that wrinkle, love it. Because that love reshapes aging for you and everyone who comes after us. Thank you.